So now we got to move on to. We did not do our midweek wrestling review because
Mm-hmm.
I said I was sick, I couldn't breathe, and everything. I was like, God, just catching a cold sucks. But AEW had their Road Ranger pay per view, and then of course I did not catch NXT 2.0, but I did. Lord, I did. I did see that they did like remember when Draco Anthony was about to come to NXT and they did a whole little him being in a diner drinking coffee like and writing in a diary like
I don't even know who Draco Anthony is.
you knew who Draco Anthony was.
I swear to God, I don't know who he is.
There was that black guy that kept losing to Joe Gacy in Harlem.
I still don't know who that
With,
is.
okay, well, when Draco Anthony was about to come in, he had these little promos where he was in a coffee. He was in a diner drinking a cup of coffee and like writing in his diary or writing on a notepad, whatever the case may be, and then you could hear him talking like in his mind.
like Moesha.
Yes, kind of like what we should. Okay, so obviously you can relate to something
Dun,
like
dun, 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 dun.
that.
All right.
You know, they had a do 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 do. They had all of that. So what happened was they when I saw this because I was like, wait a minute, that's the way they introduced Draco Anthony. They just took it from Draco Anthony and gave it to Apollo Crews, which would look like the dumbest shit I have ever seen. And I was like,
Commander Aziz, you will miss this in the NXT. Something like that. Or does he not talk with the accent?
no, there's no more accent.
Of course it's not.
There's no more accent. No, he was just in a coffee shop, and then some guys get beat up, and then he's being mean to one of the servers. Then he comes over there and kicks the guy's ass. But then he realizes that he's imagining that's what he wanted to do, and then he goes back over and helps the server again when he hears him talking crap, and then
What is this? Superman 2 or 3?
and I was like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, that was that new shit from Apollo. I was like, well, one, we didn't need that. Why did you even do that or bring that up? So sure, whatever. Yeah. So there wasn't that much stuff for NXT. I mean, real quick to wrap that whole thing up because, like I said, I did not watch too much of 2.0 that week, but the Creed brothers took on Malik Blade and Idris Innifort, whatever his name is. But yeah, the Creed brothers won that one. Then like Tiffany Stratton and Phelan Henley with Josh Briggs and Brooke Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley. Fallon Henley was that with that one. Wesley took on Zion Quinn, and Wesley found a way to win that one. I'm surprised he's still being used like he is since his partner's hasn't been there.
Yeah,
so,
but yeah, me too.
That has surprised me. I didn't see anything with Joe Gacy, Carmelo Hayes, whatever the case may be, or Miguel de Fantasma, or whatever the case may be. Then it was Barber taking on Duke Hudson squash. Cameron Grimes comes out to stare at Braun Breaker. I'm like, Grimes, you go right ahead. So it's fine. Giovanni Vinci taking on Guru.
Now, I do know who this is.
What you say?
I said I do know who this is, and I'm disappointed.
I gotta play the thing so I can see myself.
It's well, I'm gonna say if you know who it is.
No, who is it?
It's now I don't know his name all of a sudden. The guy, not Marcel, Fabian Eichler.
Oh,
yes. They took Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichler, who were in a great team, and split them up. And now Marcel barely wrestles, and he's Vinci or whatever his name is.
I was like, just keep Imperium as a thing.
Yeah, me too.
That makes absolutely no sense because prior, because this guy's image or background, whatever the case may be. It's just
And what is he Vinci because he's foreign and from that same country or what? Like
that's
I
about.
don't know. That's just not right.
It isn't. But so let's just move on to AEW Dynamite Road Rager. So it is Wednesday. You do know what that means, and we have a special show of AEW called Road Rager. So a lot of things happening. A hair versus hair matchup, a handicap match, a ladder match, a face off, and all the other kind of stuff. And then also more for that new championship tournament stuff like that. Which obviously I feel forward looks like it's going to be the truth. So I'm interested in seeing all that.
We'll see what happens.
You would see. You just like, yeah, you know, we'll see what happens. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I personally am not excited for this yet. So I mean, that's just me though.
You're not excited for what exactly?
Forbidden Door.
Well, you know, honestly, to be honest with you, I have to agree, and I think it's because of the shit it's been the unfortunate month of just what the fuck is going on in wrestling. Because ever since Naomi and Sasha walked out a month ago, it's something for both wrestling companies to take it like nosedives. And right now, with the unfortunate things that's going on, like CM Punk is being injured, Bryan Danielson, we still don't know what's going on with him. He did get hurt, but we don't know if he'll be cleared in time because
he has a rumored opponent, and his rumored opponent I'm not happy with.
Rumor? You mean the one that called him out?
Or he called out?
Talking about Zack Sabre Jr.?
Yeah, I'm not excited.
Oh, not at all. First of all, Zack Sabre Jr. Okay, and I'm not a big fan of Zack Sabre Jr. And he called him out. He challenged him already. Bryan Danielson just hasn't accepted yet. And first of all, I did not know Zack Sabre Jr. was in New Japan right now.
Yeah, he's in New Japan and Real Pro. He's been in New Japan for years.
Wow.
Like when I say a mainstay, he's a mainstay in New Japan. So
yeah, not a big fan. Not a big fan of Zack Sabre Jr. And so the whole pay-per-view is just it feels more like I can't believe I'm saying this, but it feels more like a cash grab opposed to
you know what it feels like?
What?
On a different scale, it feels like WWF versus the Alliance. It could have been better, but we just got what we got.
No. To be fair, we are getting some good matches out of it.
We getting a couple good matches out of what we could get. The whole card could be great matches.
The whole card could be great, but also I do think that it's soon. I don't think they had a proper time. Like me personally, if I'm doing a wrestling show where it's this versus this, I don't care if it's a universe mode or if I'm doing it in real life as the booker. If I'm doing like an AEW versus WWE thing, if I'm doing AEW versus New Japan Pro Wrestling, if I'm doing Impact versus New Japan Pro Wrestling, or Impact versus AEW, whatever wrestling company versus any wrestling company, I believe that is a show that you need to plan months in advance. Like, we just heard this announcement about a month and a half ago. And then they will just
I will say, if we heard this announcement a month and a half ago, I would have started having them come out a month and a half ago, not just 2 weeks ago.
No. Well, here's the thing, though. They did, but it's like the first thing we knew about was CM Punk versus...
And that got revealed like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The week he got injured is when they revealed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally the episode he got injured is the one that they showed it on.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with the pipe bomb, the pipe bomb and everything. And like I said, so I honestly, it's like if you're going to do a versus show, you got to build up to it, and then on top of that, like their roster's kind of down, and you just need more. It needs to be. If it needs to feel like more of a versus thing, it don't feel like a versus thing. It feels like they could do this on any other day. It don't feel special like that, really.
It don't feel like a versus thing because of some of it how it's been booked up. They have the roster to do it. Even if people are injured, they still have the roster to put on good matches, and they just like I'm gonna be honest. I think Jericho should be in a one-on-one match or a tag match, not no 6-man or however many man match or whatever we get. So stuff like that, I don't like, but you know.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you.
Like
And
if I'm the booker, I'm trying to get New Japan or like people from like I'm trying to get Thunder Liger or Muda to do something. Them and Jericho could do something for 8 minutes or 6 minutes. I'm getting Okada, Naito, Tanahashi. I'm getting the Gorillas of Destiny. I'm getting everybody. And they haven't got Naito. The only person they really got that's a main event person is Naito. And that's it. I mean, sorry, not Naito. Tanahashi. That's it.
yeah, but like I said,
Tanahashi and Jay White. Out of all the people that the last 5 champions are not even the last 5 world champions of New Japan are not on the show, and it's just Jay White, who's the current champion, and Tanahashi, who was the champ like 3 years ago. That's it.
see, those kind of things are very you know. It, I want to feel more like a big deal because when the announcement first happened, it's like, yo, AEW versus New Japan, like, yes, that's dope. But once again, all the like Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy, will it be a decent match? Fine, but that's not the match I want Will Ospreay in.
It was originally it was supposed to be Ospreay versus Andrade.
Hello,
but can you hear me?
It's like your mic just went out.
I said originally it was supposed to be Will Ospreay versus Andrade.
Yeah, but now Andrade can't go over there because like politics with AAA, right?
I think CMLL because Penta can't either, or Ray Phoenix can't either.
Exactly. I'm just like, so you got all them hold down.
Which I'm gonna be honest. That kind of don't make. Never mind.
No. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say that don't make sense. So it must be CMLL because our FTR got the AAA titles and they wrestling over there. So it must be CMLL. CMML. Why do I keep messing his name up? But yeah, the other company.
I mean, it's possible. I know Conan was saying that it ain't got nothing to do with AAA. It had something to do with the CML type thing. So I was like, well, that sucks. Like I said, CM Punk already broke his foot on the railing. So it's just like, okay, we got to just put together whatever we can. And this is not a card we should just put together what we can. Could it be an excellent wrestling match card? Absolutely. But it's kind of we talk about the invasion. It's like, look, I love Booker T, I love DDP, and they're some of my favorite wrestlers. And they did what they could, but everybody wants to see Hogan and Austin, or the NWO, or Sting, or Flair, or Mysterio. Like everybody came like months or years later. But I'm saying everybody wanted to see that in the verses because we've been dreaming about that for years.
Yeah, they've been like. It's just they could have did it differently. Like even with people out, you can still do it different. Like if Punk out, you can still do somebody else. Which what they did for that is cool. Whatever the way that they got there, I didn't agree with. But they got Tanahashi versus Moss. Cool. Go and do like Okada versus Danielson, or Okada versus Cole. Somebody. Okada's not even on the show. Naito's not even on the show. Like these are big Japan names, and you got like Lance Archer and like all these. You got a 6. I don't even know how many people it is. It's like 8-man tag match. I don't know. It's just a lot of these matches not making sense. It's like the team with Jeff Cobb and whoever the guy is. Yeah. I know that they are the World Tag Team Champions over in New Japan, but that team does not encompass New Japan to me. Like the Gorillas of Destiny is a team that I would have had the Gorillas of Destiny versus FTR personally, or versus the Bucks. But now it looks like the Bucks not even on the show.
Yeah,
And
I don't know what's going on with the Bucks. Now that they made them two-time AEW champions.
sorry, say it again. Say it again.
I said, because now they made them the first ever two-time uh, AEW World Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but sorry, we can. I forgot we was reviewing the show. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's cool because everything we was talking about was right in the realm of what we're about to get into because uh let's just get right into Road Rager here because a lot of things that we can cover and talk about. It starts off with the hair versus hair match between Jericho, who he considers himself a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Taking on Ortiz.
Yes. What did he? I forgot. What does he say? Something. I'm going to throw a fireball in your face because I'm a wizard. I'm sorry. It's not getting noble for me, but it's so annoying that I just repeat it, like, because I'm a wizard.
Oh
I
yeah.
repeat it sarcastically.
So they they had a hair versus hair matchup, and honestly, I was just like, there's no way I see Jericho like losing this. Well,
Yeah. I already knew Ortiz was going to cut it. Plus, he can rock a shortcut. So,
yeah.
yeah.
He's about to go for like a powerbomb or something. And then Fuego del Sol, which we thought it was.
I was mad because I thought it was Fuego for real. I was like, bro, what is this?
I was just like, this is
Like,
no.
this is Fuego and the Jericho Appreciation. That's a weird person to put in there out of all the people on the roster, but all right.
Mm-hmm. Well, he came in
Yeah.
there and took down Ortiz and like laid him out with the pipe. Jericho tries to go for the pinfall. The steel one doesn't work on him. And I was just like, why the hell is Fuego the Sol this? But then he revealed his badge that it's Sammy Guevara. I'm just like, we doing the inner circle thing again. Like, look, I get it. He was part of the group before. I was like, but now because he's heel, you know, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to see Sammy back with the group at all. I want him to go out and do his own thing. To be completely honest with you.
Well, I mean, the way that he's going right now, I need him off my TV. The way that what they're doing right now with him. But I mean, I'm assuming Sammy's going to replace Hager maybe in the match, Blood and Guts.
You know,
You think so?
I'm sitting thinking too. I'm like, it's a possibility. I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah, because it'll be 2.0 Danny Garcia, Sammy, and Jericho. Right? You know, that goes well, I think.
No Jake Hager.
Do you really want to see Jake Hager?
Not a damn. You already know me. Nothing.
Yeah.
Go to the notes here. So then, he wins the matchup, and then now Ortiz has to shave his head, and then Ortiz was like, "Dog, give me the clippers." And then he's cutting off his hair and yelling blood and guts.
I thought that was a little weird, but I was like, I get it. He's like, blood and guts. He was shaking his, like, he should have did it more subtle, like, yeah, all right, I'm going to just get my payback at blood and guts. But he was like, blood and guts, blood and guts, blood and guts. I was like, you should have just been like, all right, blood and guts. That blood and guts, I'm going to get you, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, no, neither. But that was the turn. So then,
Yeah.
So he obviously had she was on here. Then we had the whole 2-on-1 class action handicap elimination match. I was like, elimination match?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so one or two things. We're going to run through the security guard, and so everybody make sure all your stuff is ready so you got to get squashed. Or, I was like, they actually probably going to try to hot shot the championship onto Wardlow so that they want to make him as strong as possible. So
well, they should do.
Huh?
That's what they should do.
I mean, as they should do, but right now, this security guard thing is not the way. I'm sorry, it really isn't. Honestly, he just started. It's the cliche segment, like powerbomb won't you outside of everybody, and then all of a sudden, it's like two securities comes in at a time. I'm just like, just all go in there and whoop his ass. But no, we can't do that for the same
Would you be
storyline.
rushing in there to fight Wardlow?
Say what?
Would you be rushing in there to fight
Man,
Wardlow?
strength in numbers. We're gonna come in there 5 at a time or 10 at a time, not 1-on-1. Ain't doing that.
It's like
I would say
I'll be honest. It's
I
like the
value the
Bruce Lee.
life.
It's like the Bruce Lee moves. If I seen 49 people get beat up before me, why would I charge in there? Just lay down. Like I'm not. 44 people before me done failed. I'm not going in there.
Fair enough. You're right, but that's all this was. This a ploy to make him look even stronger. Obviously, Wardlow wins the matchup here, so there you guys got it. Let's see what's next on the card. Then we have Dex Hardwood taking on Will Ospreay, which I think was like the match of the night because Dex Hardwood has shown that he can do a lot of single stuff.
Yeah, but don't put him in singles matches at all.
No, I'm not saying do that. I'm saying, but he obviously can do, you know, some single. He's a tag wrestler, obviously, but like if he's forced to have a 1-on-1 matchup, he gonna do a pretty good job on this one. And the second day when he went up against Dex Hardwood, so it was good.
There's a lot of stuff that they did that I liked for real though.
Like in which ways?
That I liked. I like the slingshot powerbomb. I like the way he sold it. I like the chops. I like everything in this match. Will Ospreay wasn't over the top. I liked it.
Fair. Okay, fair. But I still think it was a damn good matchup. But got the win. But then after that, the United Empire jump Cash Wheeler, and then all of a sudden, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy is there.
Yeah, because we need Orange Cassidy to save FTR.
Seriously, like really, which has the match of Will Ospreay taking on Orange Cassidy. I was like, anybody else?
Ospreay's going to win.
Yes, I mean, will Orange Cassidy give us a good matchup? Sure, but bruh,
I already know Ospreay's going to win because they put he got the titles on the line, so I already know he's going to win. If the title wasn't on the line, then it could have been predictable, but there's no way I'm thinking, that he's winning.
Fair enough. Ahead of the Forbidden Door, Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi had a face-off. Tanahashi's English is not that great, so Moxley just did most of the talking, and then after that, Jericho music interrupts, and then he wants to let everybody know who the newest member of the Jericho Appreciation Society is. It's Sammy Guevara.
This whole Jericho promo was stupid, honestly.
It was
not his fault though, but still stupid.
And then of course we just had to watch Sammy and Takashi just tongue each other down in the middle of the ring because that's what heels do. And Jericho said, "Get 'em, boys!" as they start beating up everybody. And then also because Lance Archer and Desperado came in and attacked Mox and Tanahashi.
This is the part I personally didn't like. It's because Jericho came out there. He was like, "I should be in this world title match," and then proceeds to announce a 6-man tag match that he's in. It's like that don't make sense.
Once again, I was like, but you talk about you should have did this or you should have been the better role. Like, yeah, they dropped the ball with that last week. So,
mm-hmm. Plus, I would rather see Jericho in a 1-on-1 match because he would be in a more meaningful match if it's 1-on-1 New Japan versus AEW than these random people in this match. I mean, Archer is cool, but Archer being on the quote unquote New Japan side, even though he's AEW, that's stupid. Mm-hmm. And it's just stupid to me. Like this is probably going to be the most underwhelming match, one of the most underwhelming matches on the card.
What if they shock the shit out you?
They won't. They got Jericho and Archer and Ultimo or whatever his Desperado, and it's just not. It's probably gonna be something for exposure for the New Japan guys, but I would rather see something different for Jericho at least.
I mean, I agree with you. And Casey trying to come out there and But the Tanahashi got up and did a sling blade. They was on stage tall in the ring. All Atlantic Championship qualifying matchup. The All Ego Ethan Page took on the Redeemer Miro. Great to see Miro back. Miro basically hits the game over submission and makes Ethan Page tap out. You knew this was going to happen, obviously. So
yeah, and who is Penta supposed to face?
Shit.
Or whoever it is, they're winning. Penta's not wrestling at Forbidden Door, so he's losing automatically.
Well, exactly. It's so they can't get to it if they want to, but it should be a damn good fatal four way with Pac, Miro, Malachi Black, and who's from New Japan.
Now I don't know because they didn't announce it yet, but I believe it'll probably be like Ishii.
Oh, if it's Ishii, come on now. I have seen Ishii go at it.
Yeah, Ishii is good. If not Ishii, then maybe Shingo Takagi or probably them two. It'll probably be them two. Or Juice. I don't know what Juice Robinson is doing, but it could be Juice, maybe. I don't know. Juice Robinson not even on the card. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. I think he's still working on an injury right now. But trust me, I said they are missing a lot of names right here.
And but I'm hearing that they're gonna try to like shotgun all these names that we haven't seen on Wednesday, and I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah, why'd you try to shotgun? Show?
Yeah, why would you try to shotgun all these names 6 days? The pay-per-view before the pay-per-view, before the pay-per-view. Why'd you do that? But whatever. And it would be stupid if they have Okada come out at the arena but not like announce anything before it. Like if Okada comes out for a meaningless battle royal, a casino battle royal or whatever.
Yeah, what you're gonna be doing at the beginning of the show anyway.
But that now, if the battle royal is like, all right, you get to face the champion, you get to be the first title defense for Moxley, okay. But other than that, I don't see the importance of a battle royal. So, don't know.
Neither do I. I do know. Next up was Tony Storm taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Pretty good matchup here, but Jamie Hayter tries to distract was it Tony Storm at first, and then here comes Thunder Rosa, and then Tony Storm hits like a DDT on the floor, and gives Britt Baker a pile driver and wins the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
She gives her a spike pile driver and wins the matchup.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tony Storm versus Thunder Rosa. I'm okay with it, but they could have did something different as well. But whatever.
I'm just curious, like which ways?
Well, they could have had some people from Stardom, even though Tony Storm is from Stardom. She's in AEW, so it's basically AEW versus AEW. But they could have did. Jamie Hayter is more Stardom than Tony Storm, or you could have had Kairi Sane. Kairi, she's in Stardom. You could have had what's the girl name? She's like 19. Yuta. Anyway, you could have had her. She's very young, very good. Like you could have somebody else that's actually a Joshi wrestler and not somebody that's on your payroll already. That's just me.
No, I mean I kind of have to agree with all the stuff that you're saying here.
That's like saying if we're gonna do a AEW versus like Impact match, and the Good Brothers are from Impact, even though they were in both companies at the time or whatever. Just you gotta do somebody that's actually from Impact.
Tony Schiavone is backstage with Stokely Hathaway, who's then Willow Nightmare comes up to him, and then they kind of get to talking. She was Jade on Rampage. Fine. Adam Page.
They should keep her around, by the way.
Yeah, because she don't have that good match with Red Velvet a month ago or so, and the crowd gave a liking to her, I should say. Hangman Page comes out to the ring to speak his mind. And talk about someone from Riddle to around the corner. Last week I called my shot. I said I wanted a match with Okada, and didn't want that match with Okada, and wanted to challenge you for the championship. And then he said Okada may not be champion this weekend. Okada lost the championship, but that sentiment has not changed, and the challenge still stands. Adam Cole comes out to he interrupts him, and then there's your really stupid cowboy. Forbidden Door isn't about AEW or New Japan. It's all about Undisputed Elite. It's about the Bullet Club, and the best way to showcase that is Adam Cole against Jay White. So they do a little speaking, and then Jay White attacked Adam Cole from behind. What they said he called us a Blade Runner. I don't know what that is. And then he attacks Hangman also in the ring. So it looks like we're getting
the Blade Runner is his nickname, and it's like no, the Blade Runner is his finisher. He's the Switchblade.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it's look. Well, Hangman and Jay White be cool, yeah, but that's not the best. I agree. That's not the best I was expecting to see.
Honestly, I don't know if we're getting that. I mean, whatever, but like, he said Hangman or Cole is not going to get the championship, so I don't know who. Unless this is just a ploy, they just do like a fatal 4-way or triple threat or something. I don't know.
Like I said, do you at least think that it'll still be a decent matchup, or?
Yeah, I think it'll be decent. It'll be all right, whatever. Like, but I don't know why they would take the title off of Okada right before this event. But hey, whatever.
I mean, it's basically what we can do right now because literally the show is like in a week or so. So
I would have definitely had Okada being a champion coming into this show.
Oh, I would have loved it. I would have loved it.
But I don't know why would you not want to showcase this on national pay-per-view and not just New Japan World, but national pay-per-view. Your champion is Okada, but your champion is Jay White. I don't understand it. I don't know. And unfortunately, as much as I love Okada and I don't really like Jay White as much, every time Jay White wins the world title, it's always from Okada. So I guess he just has Okada's number. He's beat him for like 3 championships now. So I guess he just got his number.
Main event time. It is the ladder match, which the Hardys were pulled from. Well, because actually going back into doing some research, they were Tony Khan and I planned on using Jeff Hardy's matchup anyway. They had planned to do a beatdown angle before the match got started, because after they saw how he was at Double or Nothing. Like I said, we all realized like, yo, there's something wrong with Jeff Hardy in that match with the Young Bucks. So we just got the Young Bucks taking on Jurassic Express. It's a Young Bucks match. It's a ladder match with tables. You know how this shit went down. Mm-hmm. Spot, this spot, choke slam, elbow spot. That's all it was here. So sitting down trying to break this out one by one is hard to do because there's some actually really cool stuff in this.
Let's just skip to the end of the match. They hit the B trigger, the BTE trigger from the top. Mm-hmm. Jungle Boy falls off, and they pin him. I like the finish for the match, but I hated the finish about what came after.
Okay, so after the Young Bucks win the title the first 2 times, that's when we finally get the turn.
Yes,
we finally get the Christian turn.
I would have had the turn be during the match.
I could do that too.
Yeah, I would have had like Jungle Boy on the ladder and like say like I don't know, Brandon Cutler comes out for BTE or maybe even Red Dragon or whatever come out for the Bucks, and then I would have Christian come off and fight him off, and then Jungle Boy climb the ladder. Christian's like, all right, I'll hold it for you, and then Jungle Boy's climb up the ladder. Christian gives him that look and pushes him back off the ladder through the tables or whatever, and then the Young Bucks win. Like, and then Christian attack him after or whatever, but. This one you could see coming from a mile away. Like, I don't know. I guess doing a match would have been less predictable. I guess I don't know.
It's a possibility, but I still think that they did have a pretty decent match at the end when it comes to the ladder match, obviously.
Yeah.
So it was cool. I said Christian Turner, so obviously that's something we gotta wait no more. We can just see it be healed. I think it's a good way to bring up Jurassic Express anyway. I think it's time for Jungle Boy to go on his own anyway.
That's the most mind puzzling thing to me that they ever did. This man is so over. Every time he comes out, everybody's cheering his theme song and waving their hands, and he's so over. But yeah, they have him in a tag team, not the TNT champion. He's a tag team champion. I'm like, nah, you got Darby Allin as a solo. Why not have him as a solo too? I don't know, but unfortunately, not to sound like I hate Scorpio Sky, but I would definitely have Jungle Boy, who's very over, TNT champion rather than Scorpio Sky.
That's a good way to put it, also. So that was the end of Road Rager here. I didn't really catch Rampage too much to do the other parts of it. It really wasn't much of note anyway. If you guys listen to this on YouTube, you can post, huh?
I'm gonna tell you though, one thing though, I am actually really liking or starting to like the Acclaimed and the Gun Club together.
Yeah, together they're good because the whole rolling Anthony Bones down there and them saying the wrong names of the city and him doing it the right way. The whole stick is a good thing, and they was gonna say something about Vince on that day, so they are getting over.
At first, I didn't like it when like they had the promo of them in the hotel room or whatever, but that must have been last week. What the Battle Royal? That was last week or week before last.
Mm-hmm.
When they came on in the Battle Royal and the whole Battle Royal stopped just for them to rap, and everybody was over, everybody was cheering them. I'm like, why haven't you done this? Like, I'm not saying they should win a title or nothing.
I don't know, man. I think they probably can actually do that. I think when Anthony Bones comes back, you build them up, and then you can have the Acclaim be the next one in line to go up. Because
the Acclaim and the Gun Club, though.
Say what?
It's the Acclaim and the Gun Club.
Yeah, but the Acclaim kind of had the same shtick. The Gun Club's kind of mooching off of them, and it's just making it work.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like they kind of all kind of like together right now for a sense. I'm not saying right now have them win the titles or anything, but I'm saying like I would rather see them on more Dynamites, even if they're losing or not winning every single week. Just them coming out doing the entrance, that's like a crowd pleaser. So that's just me.
No, I mean you're right. Guys, if you guys enjoy our low review of Raw Rager and the Memory Wrestling Reward, make sure you can stay here when we do all these pay-per-views and review stuff like that for wrestling right here. So make sure you guys subscribe there. We're going to move on with the rest of the podcast.